Whenever things are getting a little too boring on Twitter, I can always count on IconEra to spice things up. I truly don't know where this site came from or how it came to be the biggest collection of die-hard PlayStation fanboys on the internet, but that's the stupid timeline we're in, so I guess we'll just have to embrace it. So the other day, someone on IconEra decided to ask the site a special question. Quote, would you, PS5 owners, like for Sony to stop the PC ports? Now, anyone with a non-corporate obsessed brain would probably answer either no or I don't care. But is IconEra a collection of non-corporate obsessed people? No! This thread was sent to me by like 6 different viewers, so I couldn't resist. The replies are amazing. You really would think Gabe Newell dated these people's moms with how much they hate PC gaming for absolutely no reason. So let's just take a trip through the replies to this post. Maybe someone somewhere has a decent reason for them to want Sony to stop making PC ports. That was sarcastic. There are no good points here. 6i says, yes, of course. I never supported PC ports. It's a stupid idea. When you have your own hardware, Sony needs to continue to value their own platform and continue to bring in players into PlayStation, not to PC or other platforms. Yes, but what if people aren't going to do that? What if Sony has lost confidence, and rightfully so, that every gamer in the universe is going to own a PlayStation at some point? That's just not going to happen. And with the growth of the industry, and with the growth of other platforms, it makes total sense for Sony to want to make money off of those other platforms, while acknowledging the fact that not everyone in the universe is going to buy a PlayStation. There is so much money to be made by just making your games available to other platforms, while still supporting your own. I don't understand how this is controversial. That one guy 85 says, yes, PC gamers ruin everything. I love this idea that Sony makes really awesome single-player games, like they're the best single-player games in the world, but also PC gamers ruin them somehow. Like how are we ruining your single-player experience? How is that even possible for us to do? If you don't want to see what PC gamers are doing on single-player games, don't look. This isn't like a multiplayer game where the PC version is just full of hackers and they're running rampant on the console version and ruining the experience. We're talking about PlayStation games, okay? How is it possible for us to ruin those? OD Gaming Pro says, yes, PC gamers don't even buy games. Little reminder of how much flippin' money Steam is making off the PC. Little reminder that Capcom is now selling the majority of their copies on the PC. Key word in that sentence being selling, as in we are buying them. More than you, ironically. Simone says, yes, not because I don't want my games on other platform, but because in this way they concentrate more work and time on the games instead of wasting on porting. Right, because PS5 exclusives are just coming out in such a timely manner right now. And multi-platform games, man, those just never get made in a reasonable amount of time. Never have, never will. Stop making games multi-platform, guys. Exclusives just take way less time to develop. Wait a minute, that's literally never been true. Firebreather451 says PC gamers don't deserve these games. They don't buy them, they don't play them, and they complain about signing up for a free PSN account. So yeah, business-wise, it only makes sense to stop porting. Oh, PC gamers don't buy PlayStation games. Which is funny because Sony themselves were really happy about the sales numbers not too long ago. Also, if people didn't play PlayStation games, why would they be complaining about a mandatory PSN account that's keeping them from playing the game? Have you thought this through? Either people don't play PlayStation games, or they do, and that's why they were upset about the PSN requirement. Because now it was standing in the way of them and their games. In a lot of cases, literally, like preventing you from even accessing the game anymore that you already bought. Like, you can't have it both ways. Either PC gamers don't actually play games, or they do play games and they were complaining about the PSN account. You have to pick one of those. You literally cannot make both these statements at the same time. I'm Slayer says, sure, I love to cut Sony profits as long as my exclusives that I don't actually support stay exclusive. Wait a minute. At Aries PS5 says, yes, exclusives are the most important thing for a console to survive, but I know they won't. Right, exclusives are the most important thing for a console. A console can just live or die off of exclusives. That's why the Wii U had such amazing sales, because it had a really good lineup of exclusives. Wait, that didn't happen. No, it's fine though, because the Sega Saturn and the Sega Dreamcast, man, the exclusives on those systems are classics. Those consoles must have sold tremendously. Wait a minute, that didn't happen. In order for a console to survive, it has to be a good console. Frankly, that's part of the reason why the current consoles are starting to crash and burn so drastically. They're simply not good pieces of hardware, and that's becoming impossible to ignore. If the console is shit, people will go to an alternative. A lot of people are starting to not care anymore about missing out on 1 or 2 games because they get to save hundreds of dollars on a platform they wouldn't otherwise want. And the sooner the industry accepts this universally, the sooner we can get to a truly pro-consumer gaming hardware marketplace. But then there wouldn't be any exclusives. There wouldn't be anything for you to hold up and parade around the town square and then not actually play. You might actually have to play a video game for once. God forbid. Sean says, I have 0 issue with PC ports. I'm getting them day and date for my Pro, so I couldn't give a toss. Wait, so if they weren't timed exclusives, then you would have a problem with it? Like if they were day and date on PC, you would care? Because you don't care because you get them day one, implying that you would care if you weren't getting them day one. So you're fine with the whole thing because you get the worse, more expensive version before the PC version comes out, all while knowing the PC version is going to come out. You're just openly okay with it that way. You're totally cool with having a timed exclusive box. That's enough of an appeal for the PlayStation as a platform to you. It has some timed exclusives. That's all it takes. Holy shit, PlayStation guys really are that easy to impress nowadays. And pause, it's time for the Doofus Club shoutouts. If you join the team, if you join the channel, 99 cents a month, you get 2 emojis I made, you get future emojis I'm gonna make, you get the little badge star thing next to your name that I'm gonna change soon, because I just don't like the default YouTube one and I wanna make it cooler. And you also get to be in the Doofus Club shoutouts every single video. I shout out every single doofus at the time that I'm making every single video. So I'm making this video on December 12th in the afternoon, which means as of right now, the Doofus Club is as follows. Hangman for Hire, Pan Lama, Etnomega, Grimsy, Gavopeak, Frost Crystal, Edge Knight 1789, Biogenesis, Eldon the Noble, Jimmy Chops, That Guy Gaming, Floppy Pingus 97, Ian in Action, Michael Musial, Manga Key, Ghost Ho, The Scruffy Skull, Femtanga, DeJojo 6, Mio Bunny, Vascro, Matt H, Omnistef 94, Blue Hook, Mr. Self-Destruct, Raptoritum, Raptor Tim, jeez. Willie JJ, Todd Howard's big girthy bank account. Jody Breeze, Mr. Technosqueak, Max Slur L Maximus, Where is your power armor? Furry Raptor 1, Schnorlax and Maddie Plays, Diego Garcia, McAdvertisement, Dunkle's Omen, Wild Gamer 3001, Demetrius, Kibitkins, I American Idiot, Boofner, Antoine Horton, Rebel Blood 80, Stefan Christensen, Jesus, All Games Vidia, Your Oracle, Darth Muffin, Binary Deviant, Raven, Bloodrot, Henthai, Justin Mab, Randroy, Stoico, Hero Culture, Luke Bayless, Bloodline, Extreme the Wolf 7, Toonie, Wayne, Gaming with Dead People, Joe Taku, Puddintain, Joey Scoops, Jidge, Totally Not Retro, Westa, Wannabe Hobo, Master of Nothing, Billa, 310 Char, Geek Star, Veg, Rob C, Curtin Allen, Spat, Crump McCun, The Scrum Master, The Groovy Banana, The Groovy Banana. Oh my goodness! I bet if you join the Doofus Club, I bet you got a real groovy banana in there. Ayo! Back to the video. Clutch Gaming says, in a heartbeat, I will buy 2 copies of each first-party games, which looks interesting to me, day one. Please, corporation, be more of a corporation. I will double my contribution to the corporation if you be more of a corporation. Please, corporation, my nutsack. DMC says 100% we should back to only on PlayStation. Quick question, fucking why? Give me one reason why. Are PlayStation games the best games in the entire universe and they can only exist that way because they're only on PlayStation? Oh wait, no, that's not even remotely close to what they actually are. They're just games being held hostage and distracting you from the shortcomings of the platform. Please wake up. Your family misses you. Big B Wolf says yes, because they're too ungrateful in the comments. PC gamers are just so fucking mean. They're so mean. I wanna fucking spit, they're so goddamn mean. Stop making money off of them. These people are mean to each other sometimes. Stop giving them games. Not like us, the PlayStation community, where we're never ungrateful in comment sections or toxic to each other. Please continue to sell to us, but not them. They're sometimes critical in comment sections. Don't give them games. Retired PlayStation gamer says, yes, quite simple. Concentrate on gamers that appreciate the games. Thumbs up. Well, funny, because they did that and you didn't really appreciate the games all that much. Until Dawn, how many of you bought that? Returnal, how many of you bought that? Sackboy, you guys were hyping that game up like crazy and it sold what, million copies? 2 million copies? I'm not saying those are bad numbers, but with the way that you guys are juicing these things up and with how many PS5s there are out there in the wild, it's kind of hard to make the argument that they should keep focusing on just you when the numbers don't really reflect just you being all that supportive. Perhaps if you actually bought the games that you juice up like this, and perhaps if you actually played the games that you claim to be so wonderful, they wouldn't be in this situation. Brave Fencer says, yes, that whole community is worse than bots. Beep borp, motherfucker, all your games belong to us. Amadius says to shut up the PC peasants from spinning stupid narratives, yes, but otherwise I don't really care. More options are good. At the same time though, if PC boys aren't buying the games and if a PlayStation launcher is make or break for them on Helldivers 2, fuck them. So just so we're clear, you don't care and more options are good, but also you need to shut up the PC peasants from spinning stupid narratives. Not really sure what you're trying to say there. But if PC boys aren't buying the games, and then you bring up Helldivers 2, a game that sold better on the PC than it did on the PlayStation. So again, not entirely sure what point you're trying to make here. It doesn't really make sense, but I'm not sure what I was really expecting at this point. Han says, absolutely yes, PC is trash, no soul whatsoever. I'm not even going to bother with this one. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Carl G says, I wish Sony stopped doing the PC ports. Sad face, make PlayStation exclusives, exclusive, thumbs up. Did you just type out Are you an 8th grader in 2015? Why did you write out Get rid of it. Oh, we did a lot in that one, didn't we? We got through a lot of ground there. And you know what? We're not better people for it. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny when people hype up these games like crazy. Like, oh, PlayStation games are they're the best games ever. They're the coolest games ever. You gotta buy these games. These games are amazing. They're gonna change your life. And then when Sony's like, listen, we're gonna make these games more accessible to people so more people get to play them. You don't gotta spend hundreds of dollars before you get to play them. You can just experience this great piece of art. And then these same people are just like, no, get rid of it. I just think it's funny. And I'll never stop thinking it's funny. Okay, toodles.